If you're a leader, have you ever thought to yourself, everything is changing crazy fast, changing faster than you can keep up? Well, if you've ever thought that, you're really not alone at all. I think we would all agree that things are changing faster than they ever have before in our history. So what do you do as a leader? How do you keep up with the change? How do you prepare yourself for what's ahead? How do you future ready your leadership, your team, to handle what's coming up on the horizon? Consider a couple of struggles that leaders face today, and maybe you can identify with some of these gaps. Here they are: constant uncertainty and volatility, AI disruption, shifting markets, and unclear future. Many times I talk to business owners and leaders, and they talk about the uncertainty of the future. What will AI do to our company, our business, our industry? How will it change people's lives? Well, you don't have to fear AI, you don't have to fear technology. You have to prepare yourself because it's coming, and you want to do a thorough job to get ready as a leader to prepare for what's next. And here's one thing that I found. It's not necessarily diving into technology, getting another master's degree in AI. There's a certain skill set that will help you prepare for whatever comes your way in the near future. And that skill set is coaching. But one of the things that leaders struggle with is this. One of the top concerns globally is navigating this uncertainty. And 42%, that's a pretty significant number. 42% of leaders say that navigating uncertainty is their primary concern. What do? What should you be doing? How can you prepare for what's ahead? Add to that the rapid tech shifts that you and I see every single day. There was an app released today that replaced maybe 10 apps yesterday. Well, that's going to continue. That's not going to stop. Apps are going to continue, AI is going to keep growing, and the reality is you have to prepare yourself as a leader and prepare your people for what's next. Here it is. Add to that rapid tech shifts and evolving workforce expectations. So people want higher pay and they want to work less. How are you going to adapt to that as a leader? People today are not as loyal to organizations and businesses as they were 20, 30 years ago. How are you going to adapt to those evolving expectations? There's a lot for us to process and a lot for us to learn. Notice the next thing that leaders often think about. I'm supposed to have answers, right? That's what we do as leaders. We have answers, but the rules keep what? They keep changing. They keep changing on us. So every time we think, well, okay, I've got it now, and I know the path forward, what happens? Things keep changing. Let me ask you something. Have you noticed since January of this year how things have changed? Have you noticed how people have changed, how technology has changed, how the market has changed, how government has changed? Newsflash, things are going to continue to change. So what can you do as a leader to prepare for this change? What can you do as a leader to not get left behind, so to speak? Well, lead with greater clarity. That's the first step. You have to lead with greater clarity. It doesn't help your team, or it doesn't help your organization. It doesn't help the people you serve when you are unclear about what needs to be done, when you are unclear about the direction you want to take your organization, you want to take your team. Teams and people, they need clarity. They need clarity. So lead with greater clarity. That's important, even when the future isn't clear. So how do you lead with greater clarity when the future's not clear? How can you prepare yourself as a leader to really make the most of what's ahead? Well, I really believe becoming an ICF certified coach is what you need to give you greater clarity, help you to empower your people, and lead people through no matter what change takes place. Notice what it says here. ICF coach training, what will it do? It helps increase clarity, confidence, and competence. So notice the flow, clarity. As a leader, you want to be clear where you are taking your people. If you are clear, that's going to give you more confidence. And it's not that you're making all the decisions by yourself, but you're involving your team. You're involving other people that are part of your team. You're going to have greater confidence, and that clarity and confidence is powerful. But there's another thing that happens when you begin to develop new skills as a leader. You grow in professional competence. Not only are you clear in your communication, not only are you more confident as a leader, but you are more competent. You can do a much better job preparing leaders, developing leaders, and helping them prepare for what's ahead. And you and I know this as leaders. If we do a better job in preparing ourselves for the future ahead, when that future comes, we're not going to be stressed out. We're not going to panic. We're going to be steady, resilient. We're going to persevere. If any of this sounds helpful to you, if you've been considering, how do I grow as a leader? How can I take steps today to prepare myself for what the future is going to bring? Well, I have good news for you. Leadership training is something that is essential for you as a leader today. Maybe you've participated in different classes and conferences or webinars, but you've never gone through an ICF coach accredited program. I want to invite you to consider becoming an ICF certified coach. And I'd like to start this relationship with a simple conversation. You can text me directly, ICF coach at 786-554-0312. Send me a text and just put on there ICF coach. I'll circle back with you. We'll set up a time to talk, have a conversation, not a high pressure conversation, simply a conversation to see if coach training is the right fit for you. Or maybe you say, I've already done my coach training, or I've already done other leadership development training, but I would like to take this as well, and I want to take my team through this training as well. And if you do that, as I've seen with other companies, you'll have a stronger team. You'll have a team that's really prepared for what's next, regardless of what comes your way. So if I can help you in any way, text ICF Coach to 786-554-0312, and I'll be happy to serve you and your team.